My dudes. My dudes. Oh my gosh. To say long time no see would be such an understatement. It's been so long. What's up? What's good? Okay, where do I even start? Hi, I am Ariel. If you know me or if you don't know me, still Ariel. And I'm back? Question mark? I'm at least back for this video. I know I haven't posted for a while. The last time I checked, it was 2 months, but I've been avoiding looking at YouTube because it just causes me more anxiety about, oh, I need to film a video, I need to post something. But it's been so long and I miss you guys and I'm sorry I left without any warning. I didn't know I was gonna be taking a break either, but let's just get into this video. I don't really have an agenda, but I just wanted to say hi. During this time, I haven't really been posting. I've still been filming videos, but I've just been having trouble with editing. I have found it really hard for me to do, hence why I haven't posted. But I do have other videos filmed, mostly hauls, because it's stuff that I had wanted to open and I ideally wanted to post them. But I just felt weird posting a haul after I've been gone so long. So this video is before that, just to say hi and tell you what I've been up to, what I've been doing, and just catch up, girl. Like, bestie, we need to catch up. I'm combining that with favorites, so I'll tell you some of my favorites from this long break as well, but let's get into it. So when I think about what has stopped me from posting and just the biggest change in my life in general, it's that I started med school this August. I'm currently in my first year out of 4 years of med school. This is after I've graduated undergrad. That's how the system of becoming a doctor works here in the US. You do 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school. So I'm in my first year of medical school. The thing is, I am in a combined program. So basically I was accepted into medical school and undergrad at the same time right out of high school. And for that reason, I kind of didn't expect it to be as big of a change in the transition from undergrad to medical school. So I feel like I wasn't fully prepared for what I was going into. Kind of took me as a shock just how much it is in general. It's just a lot. Every part of it is a lot. I have watched countless med school videos, and of course you hear people talk about med school and they're like, oh, it's hard. Like, of course it's hard, you're gonna be a doctor, blah blah blah. But nothing could have quite prepared me to be in that situation firsthand and experience it, and also just the period of adjustment from different requirements, being an undergrad versus being a grad student, a medical student. Also just coming off from summer where I basically was able to do whatever I wanted when I wanted apart from going to work. So yeah, it's just been a huge adjustment and really kind of pushed my limits in a way. It's been a lot, but now I finally kind of feel like I have some kind of footing or stability and I somewhat know what's going on and I have a break to breathe. And the first thing I wanted to do was film a video that I can post quickly and just check in with you guys. Yeah, that's like the main thing that has been going on. I feel like they go hand in hand, but I've also been working on my mental health quite a bit. I always have somewhat. I've been in therapy for like 3 years now and I recently had to change therapists. I also was finding myself with some attentional difficulties, which has to do with school, and I always kind of thought that was a problem, and I kind of convinced myself I had ADHD. Not ADHD, turns out depression. Which I kind of already knew. Depression has always been part of my life, but I always in my mind was like, no, I'll never be medicated for depression. I'm not gonna go on antidepressants, whatever. But I'm on antidepressants. It's been about a month now and I feel like it's a bit too soon to say how I feel about it. Definitely some pros, definitely some cons. Still kind of getting adjusted to it, but it's helped my mood, so that's cool. I don't know how long I plan on taking them for. I really would hope not for more than a couple months, but we'll see. And they've been helping me, and yeah, that's another thing that has been going on, another major life change. And then also some little things have been going on that I want to tell you guys about too. I also got a smiley piercing. I don't know if you've seen it. I got it like last week. I'm gonna take it out soon because I am so paranoid that it's ruining my gums and enamel. I got it very impulsively and then I went down a rabbit hole of, will a smiley piercing damage my teeth even though I already had it? So like, what am I gonna do if you already have it? So I'll probably end up taking it out soon, but yeah, there's that. I also saw Kaytranada, so that was fun. I've been trying to see more live music. Went to my first couple concerts since the lockdown had been lifted. It's been lifted for almost a year now, but yeah, I saw Kaytranada, I saw Blade, and Echo 2K. I think that's it. I really wanted Steve Lacy tickets, but we all know how that goes. So no, I didn't get Steve Lacy tickets, but I did see him before because I'm an OG fan. I saw him, I think, in 2019 at the Apollo Theater here in New York. So technically I already saw him, but I would have loved to go to the show this year, but it's okay. And yeah, with all of that being said, I feel like I just threw a bunch of stuff at you, and this was supposed to be a short video. So I'm quickly gonna just talk about some of my favorites from while I've been gone, give you some homework, some stuff to look into if you so please. I'm just gonna say one thing out of all of the categories I usually hit. So for music, my favorite music that I've been super attached to, if I had to choose one music work for the past 3 months, it would be 4 songs by Blood Orange. It's an EP. I think the single was Jesus Freak Lighter, but they're all so good. I really like Jesus Freak Lighter. I really like the one that's like Fallin', Fallin'. I forget the name, but I'll put it on the screen or something. Really like that song. Also, I can't help myself, so a second music favorite has been 2 by Dean Blunt. I've been really liking Dean Blunt recently. Very moody music. I feel like it reflects the fall. I'm whipping out all of my favorite moody music and artists, and it feels so good. It's the one bright side to it getting dark and cloudy and cold. At least I can whip out all my favorite music, especially Aphex Twin. It feels weird to listen to Aphex Twin in the summer when it's nice out. Like, it's just moody. It's moody music. Either you get it or you don't. So I've retired all my upbeat music and I'm in my moody era now. So those have been my music favorites. For other media, I've been loving podcasts just because it's almost like I'm just having a conversation, except I don't have to do all the work. I can just listen. I've mentioned a lot of podcasts I like in the past, but recently a new podcast I've been getting into is Emotionally Online by Maddie Drosbeck. Maddie's a YouTuber I watch pretty often, and I recently found out she had a podcast. I don't know, something about her is so comforting. She's so real. Her stories are so just good. I love a podcast that is super vulnerable and just feels like someone you know talking to you. It's the most comforting thing ever. And yeah, I've just been loving that. I also have been liking the podcast Between Good and Evil by Charlotte D'Alessio. I think she's pretty cool. I like her fashion sense, and she also has surprisingly really good takes. I remember when she first came out with her podcast, I listened to the episode where she interviewed Luca Sabat, and I remember I was a bit frustrated because I felt like she wasn't maybe the best person to interview him because she didn't seem to know much about him or fashion or like the world of all that, and I kind of wrote it off. But I recently rediscovered it and gotten back into it, and I really like the episode where it's just her talking about her own experiences because I feel like she has a lot to say, and I think she's pretty cool and real. She shares pretty real experiences that I feel like I can relate to too. So yeah, those have been the podcasts I've been loving. And lastly, for media, a TV show. I've been watching a lot of TV, particularly because if I have all the time in the world, like over the summer, couldn't really watch much TV. All I watched was Love Island. I couldn't get into a good show. But when I have other things I need to be doing, all I want to do is watch TV. But if I have free time, like, nah, I'm not interested. But in that effect, I have been loving watching TV. It's been my favorite thing ever. And my favorite show I've watched in the past couple months, maybe this year, has been Rami. I tried to watch it a year ago and it just never really stuck. But I rewatched it from season 1 to the recent season that came out last month, and it's so good. It's just amazing. Like, one of the best shows I've watched this year for sure. And I watched all 3 seasons in like 2 weeks. It's bad, but it was so good. So yeah, highly recommend that show. I can't even really describe it. I would just say watch it and give it a good try because you'll like it. It'll pleasantly surprise you. I've also, in the past week, have gotten into playing on my Switch again. I got my Switch when COVID and lockdown just started, and I played Animal Crossing for maybe like 2 months and then never really touched my Switch again. But I found this game, Lemon Cake. It was recommended to me on a TikTok, and it's so fun. And yeah, that's also been something I've been doing. It reminds me of this one specific game I played growing up. It was called Ranch Rush, and whenever I mention it, nobody knows what I'm talking about. So if you remember Ranch Rush, please comment something. I need to know if anyone remembers this game. But it was basically like you had a farm and you would like harvest different things, and you would have farm animals, cows and chickens. It's a mix of that with that game Diner Dash and kind of cooking mama. It's so fun. Playing it makes me feel kind of like a kid again. I was obsessed with PC games like that when I was in elementary school, and it just reinvigorates that little joy. For a while I was like, why would you want to play a game where you're basically working? But I get it now. It's so fun. And then of course I couldn't not tell you my clothing favorites. I don't want to get into all of my clothing favorites because we would be here all day, which I'm not opposed to, but I think I'll probably make a video of my fall clothing favorites and how I've been styling them, interchanging them, because I've really been wearing a lot of the same stuff just intermixed with each other. But my number one fall favorite would have to be, one second, a riding boot, but not any riding boot. These Fry boots. Fry is a leather company. They make boots, they make bags. These are vintage Fry boots, and I have this pair, I have this pair, and I have this pair, which is like a motor biking kind of boot. I got the moto boot first, but then I kind of became obsessed. I was like, wait, I'm wearing these all the time. I want more colors. I just love them. And I found the other two pairs vintage, one on Poshmark, one on eBay, and I have been wearing them like none other. I have to hold myself back from not wearing them with every outfit I put on, and it's so hard. I just love them. I love them with a long skirt because I can wear leggings and then it doesn't show that I'm wearing leggings because the boot and the skirt kind of overlap, and they're pretty comfortable and they have like a cool vintagey look, almost kind of a cowboy boot look, but they're not that pointed toe cowboy boot, and they don't look as costumey in my opinion. They're amazing quality and I just love them. All the pairs I have were under $100. They are getting more popular, but I feel like if you look hard enough you can probably find a good pair. I still want another pair in maybe a dark brown color, but yes, I've been rotating out those 3 pairs of boots basically every time I go out or I'm styling an outfit or putting something together. I've just been absolutely loving them, and yeah, they have definitely been a favorite of mine. And on that note, I think I'm gonna end the video here. It's been so nice checking in with you and just saying hey. I hope that this fall season has treated you well so far, and I wish you all the best November. I'm saying that like November just started, but like, nah girl, we're in it. But all the best. Definitely comment down below what you would really want to see. If you want to see some of the older videos I filmed while I've been away or not. And yeah, feels good to be back. Love you guys. Okay, laters.